Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 85 of Aokana,蒼の彼方のフォーリズム. It has been a bit of a break since last episode, but I kind of needed it in a sense. I felt like my perception of the characters was starting to be a bit contorted. I don't know if it's the right word to use, but I need to kind of refresh my reset myself, I guess you could say. So hopefully that had helped, but we'll see. Anyway, last time we finished off the discussion between Mashiro with Masaya about when they were flying in the sky, the blue sky and everything like that. And they were finished talking about Masaya's past. And it was an interesting discussion between them, and didn't really get too much in the end. Although what we did get in the end of that discussion was Mashiro's reward system, I guess you could say, where she had copied her mother's system in a sense, where she will use the reward system as a ways of giving herself confidence and reason, I guess you could say, to then confess to Masaya. Masaya was a bit conflicted because he wasn't sure what she would have him do if she had one. But we know what Mashiro wants to do with the reward. After that, they were finally interrupted by Mashiro's mother, which ended that scene. After that, we then started the Takafuji training camp. I can't remember how many days had passed since then, but yeah. Not much has happened so far in the training camp. I think we've just barely started in a sense. The main takeaway so far is Mashiro has noticed that her performance or her ability is a lot higher than she had first thought of herself, I guess you could say. She's finally noticed her training has come to fruition, I guess you could say. As well as we then noticed that Masaya has been praising her a lot lately, giving her confidence, and even saying that that Mashiro can rival Takafuji's best, which can put pressure on her, but also give her confidence, which she does need. After that, last thing we had seen in the last episode was the discussion between Mashiro and Masaya, then noticing that Sadika was looking at them. And this whole thing started with a big discussion between the three, and it all started with a misunderstanding, but ended up with the funny moments where Rika had thought that Mashiro and Masaya were already going out. Yeah, nothing much else after that, I think we just went straight into the next scene, which is here, which is the start of the much anticipated practice matches. Not too sure what we can expect going forward. So I can't remember if that promise between them, Masaya and Mashiro, the reward system, I should say. I don't know if that's for now or for the autumn tournament. Anyway, it's wait to find out, I guess. But yeah, let's see how this is gonna go. Before long, it's time for the much anticipated practice matches.
今日こそはひねりつぶしてあげますわ、クラシナアスカ。負けません。私だって強くなってるんですか
I think she is stronger than last route, obviously, because I think at this stage she was injured. Asuka's opponent is going to be SunaeVN. Why am I call those two rivals at this point? Since we only have 2 active players, though, that means only 2 matches total. Why would Takufuji, a powerhouse school, train with Kunohamura, I think it's, I can't remember the school's name, Masuya's school. Why would they train with that school if they've only got technically 2 players, in a sense? Sure, they might be strong, but it's not much of a training camp then. Because the way I view it is, you use these opportunities to train your club, your students, in a sense, with I was going to say equal amounts, but I mean, obviously that's not always the same amounts you can have. It just doesn't feel right. But again, it's just a story. Digging too much into it. But anyway, I thought Shion had returned to the club. Guess not as a full-fledged member. They'll be going second. Sorry, what? Okay. Our first match is between none other than... Oh, okay, those two that match is second, okay.
なんとなくそうじゃないかって気はしてたけど。
Against Adika? Yeah.
よろしくお願いします。
Speeder versus speeder battle between Mashiro and Ichinose. And we do know that from her roots, Rika is pretty good. But one thing we can't really compare is Mashiro. Because we've actually never seen her race. Pretty much never, really. I feel like we've seen her once, and it was a bad comparison, and it was like really in the beginning. So I have no idea how strong Mashiro is. Oh, what's that sign for? Scared about going up against Ichinose?
いえ、勝ちます。勝ってみせます。絶対に。
Looks like her spirit is still burning strong. But it could just be an act of desperation. See, you only know how good she is, but I know where both but I know where both of you lie at, skill-wise. Trust me, you're just as good as her. But not better is what he's saying.
先輩を信じます。
Thanks, Mashiro.
第一試合の開始は10分後とします。
SunaeVN's son's announcement echoes around the beachside. We're going up against her and Ichinose. Madoka, give me Ichinose and SunaeVN's son's scoring data.
もう用意してるよ。
Sorry, my throat, I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. I can't speak properly today. Thanks. Okay, let's start with the pre-game meeting. Asuka, Mashiro, come over.
ちょっといいですか?
Just as we're about to get started, a girl from Takufuji approaches me. Yes, how can I help you?
うちの学園の校舎に久那浜の関係者っていう女子生徒さんがいらっしゃってるみたいなんですけど。
I'm guessing this is Misaki. Student from our school?
もしかして美咲ちゃんじゃないで
It
しょうか?
could also be Hosaka, I think it was her name. Minori. Could also be her reporter, and she likes to get hold of these things. Asuka seems happy about the possibility.
美咲先輩が来てくれるかな?
So interesting with Mashiro's, it's been a while. Misaki senpai ga kite kureru kana is more like, do you really think she came? Like, do you really think she came to the practice? She's saying it's like, I don't think it's really her. Rather than changed her mind. To me, this is both the sayings are completely different.
美咲じゃないならあの子じゃない？ほら、
Yeah.
あの放送部のひときわヒロインの星の輝きが薄そうな。
It's interesting. They use the saying where the person's shadow is hosoi, which is like thin. Saying their presence. Oh, maybe not shadow, but presence. Their presence is thin. Hosaka? Could be. She came here during our last practice session for interviews. So what do you want us for?
私服ですし、生徒手帳など身分証明書も持ってないそうで、警備の方からこのまま確認が取れないようなら、もう警察に通報しようかって話になっているようでして。
One thing that's definitely not Minori then, because we've only seen Minori in Hosaka in her school uniform. So I'm pretty sure this must be Misaki then. Definitely don't want that. What the hell are they doing? I get the feeling this is Misaki. She's already been here once before, so I could easily see her trying to sneak in with her graph shoes because entering through the school is too much of a hassle.
急ぐなら日向くんが行った方がいいけど。
Right, I can fly a lot faster than she can. I mean, they're about to have their match, so I don't see why he should be the one to go. I mean, if they already told this girl from Takafuji to come talk to Masaya, then obviously they're holding out and reporting that person. So they could just send Madoka. I don't understand why, but sure, anyway. It's smarter for me to go if we're pressed on time, but I'd likely miss the match, which you don't want to do with Mashiro's match. I'd be leaving Mashiro all alone.
先輩、行ってください。
I really didn't want to miss this match, mainly because we, as I mentioned before, I can't remember the last time we actually seen her match, proper match, I guess you could say. But apparently she's willing to prioritize Misaki in this situation. She urges me on without a second thought. Now it's making me feel like it's not Misaki, but I don't know who else it would be.
先輩が試合開始に間に合わなかったら、アスカ先輩にセコンドをやってもらいますから。それはもちろんいいですけど、案外私とアスカ先輩の相性の方がバッチリかもしれませんよ。
I guess we don't have time to argue.
ちょっと私、佐藤院さんのところに行って試合を始めるのを遅らせられないか聞いてくるよ。
Before Madoka can dart off, I try to say something to her. Ask her if we can switch the order of the... Yeah, it kind of makes sense. You could switch the order of the matches. Mashida pulls back on my arm hand. What is she saying? But I understand what he means, but... So it's like he's trying to talk... He's kind of like reaching out for her. And then Mashida pulls that arm back.
ダメです。
But Mashida.
なんておっしゃるつもりですか?
Yeah, she's saying, what are you planning here? What's your idea or yeah, what are you planning? It's hard to say what this means.
先輩がセコンドをしないで、アスカ先輩が佐藤院さんに負けたらどうするんですか?
That's true. Well, I kind of like this in a sense. Because I have been on Masia's case a lot. And I do feel like this has shown that he does kind of prioritize Mashiro over Asuka. But you could also say he understands how strong Asuka is, so that she doesn't need a second. But yeah, I can see both sides.
ひなたくん
Sorry, forget it. Go on, both of us need to hurry.
約束です。私はきっと勝ちますから。先輩は帰ってきて、私が勝つ瞬間を見届けてください。
Now I feel like she's gonna lose, and he's gonna come back to sad and dejected Mashiro. Mashiro's telling me to go, and I've already decided to do this. I still can't help but doubt this decision. Is it because I'm her second? Her coach? I don't know why, but I feel like if this were to be a decision, like if I were to choose between going or not going, this would go with dead end or not dead end type of thing. Bad end, I should say. Why am I so fixated on her? Okay, yeah, this is like that type of thing where he's still, it's really quite subconscious for him still. He doesn't understand it. Unlike Mashiro, where she completely understands it and has accepted it.
いってらっしゃいです、先輩。
I have a promise to fulfill. I rush back as soon as sorry, I was making my own sentence up there. I rush back so I can see you win with my own two eyes. Fly. I launch off and head toward the school building.
ましろちゃん、本当に私で大丈夫ですか？心配しないでください。私、この日のために結構頑張ってきたんですよ。
And if she does lose, Masi is going to take it harshly because he feels like if he were here, then he'd be able to do better, or not better, but provide Mashiro the help that she needs.
それに先輩が負けてないっておっしゃってくださいましたから。ましろちゃん、頼りにしてます、アスカ先輩。はい、リカちゃんなら私も対戦したことがありますから、きっとお役に立てると思います。
And snowballing onto this as well, that feeling I had. Asuka's not going to take it well if she feels like she was the reason that Mashiro had lost, and then that would impact her match against SunaeVN. It's like cascading. We'll see.
みんな、待望の私が帰ってきたよーって、あれ、ひなたくんは？
The way Manaka's going at it, I feel like she was able to extend it.
もう校舎の方へ向かわれました。それで試合開始時間の方は合同練習終了のタイムリミットが近づいてるんだって。申請書の時間を破ると今後の申請が通りにくくなるんだって。
I mean, can't extend it for like 5-10 minutes. That's quite harsh.
そうなんですか。
Yeah, she says, is that so?
こちらも融通を聞かせたいところでしたが、こればかりは仕方ありません。で、佐藤院さんいますし。
I haven't heard her speak like that before. She ending with she. I think it's a dialect, but I'm not too sure.
ついてきちゃった。人を寂しがりの妖怪みたいにおっしゃらないでください。そちらの都合も考慮したいのですが、申し訳ありません。予定通りあと5分で試合を始めなければ間に合いません。いえいえ、そんなん。めそうもないです。先輩。
It doesn't take long for the building to come into view. Okay, now which of those two is it? I feel like it's neither now. I don't know. It could still be Misaki. quickly spot a girl standing near the school gate with a man who seems to be the security guard. Now that's gotta be them. Ah. Okay. Yep, it's neither. But it's interesting that it's Arika. Why was she saying she was from Kunahama? Probably just to try and thought she would be able to get through with it. Okoze. She's the last person I expected to see. Maybe Okoze isn't the person mentioned, and she just happens to be here as well? Actually, that's even less likely. Sir, I know the school. Hi. Shirai de... Okay, arimasu. Mondai maybe? Yeah, Mondai arimasen, so there's no problem. Yes. I know this person. No, there's no problem at all. I was just wondering how they translate sir. Okay, but didn't need to? Sure. The guard questions me about her identity. I don't want to drag the situation out any longer, so I purposely omit the fact that she isn't from our school. She really doesn't seem to be the one they were talking about. Oh, she really does seem so. Yeah. I bow to the security guard as he leaves. Then I look toward Okoze. What are you doing here? I'm not even angry at this point. I'm just really confused.
それはその昨べ真城から来たメールの様子がおかしかったから朝から探し回ってて
The way she's talking and the way her face looks right now, I wonder if Mashiro had told Arika about her feelings. Koze mutters her reply in a hushed tone. Well, I don't have time, so you'll have to tell me later. Mashiro's match is probably already going on. Let's go back to the practice area.
私はいけないです。その真城に怒られるから。
Why would she yell at you?
多分またなんつうか出しゃばるなみたいな感じでさ。実際出しゃばっちゃったし。
Yeah, I feel like she did. Maybe that's why she purposely concealed her identity?
一つ聞いていいですか?
I'm just gonna throw a random thing here. I feel like she's gonna ask, how do you feel or what do you think of Mashiro? No.
真城、誰か好きなやつっています?
Okay, so she didn't say it in her text, but probably let on that she does. Misaki, obviously. That goes without saying.
いや、好きなやつできましたって聞いた方が正しいか。しかも同じ FC 部の男で。
Okay, so she did say it then. But Arika doesn't know the amount of people in the Flying Circus Club, and the total amount of guys in that club is 2. One doesn't seem like the obvious answer, and the other is more likely to be the answer. This is interesting. I'm just thinking now. I wonder if this is going to be the situation where he kind of figures out that he's the one that she's referring to. But I wonder how... Let's see. I'm the only man in it. Our old president was too, but he retired recently.
日向先輩は真城と飛沢先輩をめぐるライバルポジションなんでないです。
So Misaki and Masaya are fighting for the rival position. Why would Misaki
日向先輩は真城と飛沢先輩をめぐるライバルポジションなんでないです。
I can't make this out properly for some reason. Maybe the Alex line will help me. I'm what now?
となると部長か
Am I still having a crush on him? Highly unlikely. Then again, there could be something about them that I haven't noticed. Is that the whole reason you came here? You're wasting my time. But try to think before you do something like this again. I know she meant no harm, but I'm so irritated about all this that I end up lashing out at her. I have to hurry back.
日向先輩、ちょっと真城に注意を配ってやってくんないかな。
What for?
真城、最近何かに入れ込みすぎというか、無理してる感じがするんです。私は同じ部活で好きなやつができたんだって踏んで、今日は後先考えずに真城探し回っちゃって、迷惑かけてすみませんでした。
Okay, now I'm confused again. So she says it's her theory that she developed a crush on someone in her club. So Misaki didn't say anything regarding this. So why does she? Okay, I can understand why she thinks it was something in the club, because she has been doing overdoing her practices and what's the word she used? Pushing herself too hard. So she could be doing that to catch the eye of somebody from the club. That makes sense. But knowing... So, in Annika's point of view, she doesn't seem to think that Mashiro likes Misaki in that aspect then. Because even if Misaki isn't in the club, Mashiro could still be pushing herself and doing well to kind of show off to Misaki in a sense. Because she is technically tied to the club still. But then when they're talking about the rivals between Misaki and... Well, not rivals between, but rivals and... Masaya and Misaki. I don't know, I'm confusing myself here. Anyway, let's see. Are you worried she's going to hurt herself?
いや、その言われ方はなんか体が痒くなってくる。ただ、なんつうか。
She seems lost in thought.
よろしくお願いします。
She bows. Sure thing.
本当ですか?
I'm her coach. It's all part of my job. Part of the job.
ありがとうございます。私はどうも肝心な時にそばにいられないからな。
いえ、
こっちの話で。そうだ。今日私がここに来たことは内緒にしておいていただけると、
How's he gonna explain who came to the gate then? Why?
いや、過保護すぎって怒られたりするんで、んなわけないのにうぬぼれられても困りますし。
Oh, of course she's worrying about her. Okay. Give her a nod. Her concern seems justified, at least to me. Well, I guess this is where we say goodbye. I have to get going.
さっきからやけに急いでません?
She's gonna hurt herself for holding him back now. Mashiro has a match.
セコンドの日向先輩が何こんなとこでいつまでも油売ってんすか?
You're the reason I'm stuck here instead of seconding her match. It's almost like she completely forgot what she did. Ridiculous. Enough of that though, I need to hurry back to catch Mashiro's win. I'm just shaking my head. I can't break my promise.
約束したんだ。
So they just started, I think?
ましろちゃん、リカちゃんが急上昇してきてます。ああ間一髪でしたね。
I actually thought we weren't going to see this much, so I'm actually quite surprised.
大丈夫です。まだ余裕あります。ポイント3対3で互角です。きっと勢いのついた方が押し切れます。
Okay.
それ、私と一ノ瀬さん、まだどちらにも可能性があるってことですよね。気持ちで負けないでください。この試合、気持ちだけでは誰にも負けない自信が。
Here, there was like a surprise or shock or something unexpected happened. They didn't translate it here. It's here, this little surprise or shock, you can see it on her face.
ましろちゃん、リカちゃんが真上から見えてます。驚きました。一ノ瀬さん、攻めてる最中に。私の知っている有坂さんと全然違います。格段に自力が上がっています。悪いけど勝たせてもらうから。残念なのはクナハマの選手層の薄さですね。圧倒的にスピーダータイプの選手との経験不足が見て取れます。動きは目を見張るものがありますが、5の線は取れない。行動選択肢が事前以下の策ばかりです。
I really don't think it's they'd be able to speak this long of sentences, I guess you could say, in this high-speed fight. Because, I mean, anything can happen which you can take advantage of them talking. Anyway.
何よ、指示を出しているのはアスカさんですね。動きがオールラウンダーの、いえ、アスカさんのものです。おそらく日向さんがそこを埋めるつもりだったんでしょうが。先輩、そうだ、先輩と。いやー、
Interesting. She got a little bit more motivation from that. I'm just thinking, I wonder if he does make it in time, and for the finishing blow, he gives the last instruction to her, and that's what gives her the win.
ましろちゃん、ナイス反撃です。一ノ瀬さん、私からも一つ忠告させて。はい、なんでしょう。さっきからあなたの言ってるの全部負けフラグだから。メイドの土産に教えてやろうだから。そういうのって指摘しちゃうと効果なくなっちゃいそうなのが大半じゃありません？あ、それある。ってゲームとか好き
Not do you play, but do you like? Yeah, she used the word ski. Game to ka ski?
そこそこでしょうか。それなりにしてますよ。私たちもし違う出会い方をしてたら結構いい友達になれたかもね。
I mean, they're talking as if they're battling to the death and they won't meet each other again, type of thing. They'll still be friends.
いえ、だからって真珠エンドみたいにするのはやめてください。今のは惜しかった。いい友達がどうとかではなく、勝つ気満々みたいですね。私はね、 勝ってやらなきゃいけないことがあるの。やらなきゃいけないこと。朝帰りは控えていただけると。
Asagairi. I think that's what she said. I'm pretty sure there's a specific meaning for this. I'm gonna take a look quick. So what I got from Asagairi is like coming home in the morning. So that's almost saying like you stayed out at night and only coming home in the morning. So it's got that meaning in it. So in other words, saying try and be moderate with your staying out at night and then going home in the morning type of thing. Oh, she didn't say forget it, but sure.
先輩が私を信じてくれてる。だったら答えなきゃダメでしょうが。
Masi is returning back after party pushing himself. I finally arrived back. As for the match, damn, it just finished. Okay. So, yeah, possibly my first thought of this. The field is empty. Judging by how much time has passed, it's probably the break between the matches. That excursion took longer than I anticipated. Even if I made it in time though, rules forbid switching seconds mid-match. Okay, that I didn't know. I still wanted to make it. At least then I would have gone to watch Mashiro win. She didn't win. Right, what was the result? I'm about to make my way back to Kunahama group when I see Mashiro.
先輩。
I passed by her. She seems to be going off somewhere.
美咲先輩かみのりいました？
It was actually just some miscommunication on their end. By the way, how did the match go? Sorry, I broke our promise. She doesn't look too pleased. My mind immediately goes to the worst case scenario, and my chest tightens up.
なんちゃって。
So she did win? Huh?
V です。
She goes breed this, which is a V, and from what I can guess, she does like the peace sign type of V, meaning victory. Mashiro flashes me the biggest smile she can muster and gives me a thumbs up. Yeah. I mean, isn't that normal even in Western side? Showing a V with your fingers? I don't know. Because here it's saying with the two fingers standing or something, showing a peace sign, a pose, two finger pose. I thought also peace, but it's pose. So showing the peace sign in a sense, showing victory. I don't understand why they thought thumbs up. I mean, sure, but I mean, it's like, really? Anyway. I see. Thank God. I'm so proud of you, Mashiro. I feel like dropping to my knees, like a giant weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
先輩、大げさすぎですよ。たかだか試合結果一つで。
No, Mashiro, you have no idea how.
と、話は後です。今は先にコーチのお仕事がありますよ。アスカ先輩のところに急いでください。
Right, I'll do that. Where are you headed?
言わせたいんですか？
Sorry. Heckler tells me all I need to know. The bathroom. Well, I'll see you in a bit. I don't know, I feel like she's probably just putting up a big on a brave face and she actually didn't win. She wants to be left alone. I wave Mashiro goodbye and head over to the others. Phew, I'm so glad. I'm so glad she won. Just considering everything leading up to today. But now comes the reward I promised her. I don't know if I should be afraid. Well, this is the least I can do for her.
Masaya-san!
Sorry I kept you waiting.
あれ美咲ちゃんかみのりちゃんは一緒じゃないんですか
There was just a bit of miscommunication going on, don't worry about it.
ほい、佐藤院さんのデータ。
Thanks. Scan over Asuka's opponent data one more time. Ready to do this, Asuka? Let's follow up on Mashiro's good performance.
はい。ましろちゃん本当にすごかったです。ましろちゃんの分まできっと勝ってみせます。
That's the spirit. Yeah. Wait. Something about what she said felt off. So what's interesting is the Japanese version says,
はい。ましろちゃん本当にすごかったです。ましろちゃんの分まできっと勝ってみせます。
I'll do my best for Mashiro's part. Well, no, how do I say that? She didn't say avenge. She was saying more like, it's really hard for me to translate that. I understand it in the Japanese one as well. But for some reason the words aren't coming to mind. Avenge, it is correct. I would say that is a good way of translating it. But it's a lot easier to pick up and notice than what the Japanese had said. The Japanese one is a lot more subtle, a lot more nuanced. Like you can, if you don't focus on or you don't pay attention to it, you might just gloss right over it. Whereas with the avenge, you already know instantly, yeah, that's not right.
途中から差をつけられたけど、ほんと粘って最後まで肉薄したよね。スコアをつけながら手に汗握っちゃったよ。今までに見たことないくらい負けたくないって気持ちを感じました。私、ちょっと感動しました。
Wait, hold up, guys. I thought Mashiro won. I can't believe what I just heard. Asuka and Maruka exchanged a glance, then looked back at me.
残念ですけど。8対6。善戦したんだけどね。
No, wait. This makes no sense. No goddamn sense at all. She gave me a thumbs up. No, V sign, but sure.
負けても笑って、ピースってできるかもしれません。そんなこと言っても、私がピースする相手は先輩ですからね。2人で試合するんですから。
Oh, she didn't lie about that. She purposely said that to trick me. Damn it. That way I wouldn't have to know that she really lost. Wait, then where is she now? Already acts faster than my brain. I would search for her, but...
ひなたくん？マサヤさん、どこに行かれるんですか？
I'm forced to stop myself as I realize my job. Frustration hits me like a tidal wave. I have to desperately hold back the urge to slam my fist into the sand as hard as I can. I think we'll end the show today. Could go a bit longer, but I feel like this is a good spot to end for now. Mainly because I feel like it's starting to pick up for Masaya, and still quite subconscious for him, but it is there. He still is starting to feel for her. And it's doing it a lot better than I was worrying about, which is good. So I thought there would be a bit something with Arisaka, or was it Arika? I can't remember how you said her name. Arika. With Arika's words about her liking some of the Flying Circus Club, I thought he would pick up something from that, but he seemed to be just confused from it. So I think it just went out of his mind already. I don't know, maybe he'll pick up on it later on. Yeah, there's a lot of subtle hints here and there, a lot of nice information. Yeah, I kind of expected this outcome. I didn't feel like it was going to be just rainbows and sunshine in terms of everything going perfectly in a sense. It also felt like there's a lot of red flags, so kind of was pointing it out. But this is good in a sense, mainly because this leads into the development of Masaya. And where he is right now is good, because before he would have just pushed it to the side and focused on Asuka's match, because that's next and that's an important match for her. But right now he's conflicted. He understands that possibly Mashiro's alone somewhere, disheartened from her loss, and he really wants to go and comfort her, but he knows that he can't, mainly because he can't just leave Asuka like he had done with Mashiro as well. There's a lot of things as well, like how Rika had told her that, yeah, it's Asuka doing your second, because I can tell. It makes it feel like if Masaya knew that, maybe the outcome could have been in her win. She could have won it if he had been the second, and perhaps both Mashiro and Asuka know that, and that could also put them a bit disheartened as well. So my words are a bit scattered, I guess you could say. My thoughts are a bit scattered as well. Actually, I liked this episode. It was quite nice. It really showed the emotions and the connections that everybody has right now. I didn't even mention it earlier, but as well, like with Arika being quite close to Mashiro now as well, where that even Mashiro, from what I can gather, had said something to Arika in her messages that led to Arika being worried about her and thinking that she likes somebody now. It's quite interesting. I wonder what a facial expression Masi has right now as well, because I wonder if these two also are worried about him in terms of how he looks. And I'm also wondering that with how he is, would that impact Asuka's performance? Because Asuka is supposedly stronger now, and she should be technically stronger than Satorin. But because of how he is right now, his mind in the gutter, he might not be able to be a better second right now. That's actually interesting, because that makes me again, we know Asuka didn't perform well in Rika's route because she was injured, but now we can know that she's not going to perform well in this route either, because his focus isn't there, and he is unable to provide the proper second that he needs to for Asuka. Huh, interesting. But yeah, so leave that for now. Next time, not too sure when the next episode will be, probably next week after, it will come. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this transitions into the next episode. Really interesting. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.